good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you are watching WYTV. You're welcome to another edition of News Review where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. My name is Ahmed Abbas or Latoji, but you can call me Sidon J, and I'm in the studio with...
I'm Ambassador Rochi Morillo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching all over the world.
You already know the sponsor for this show is still not by Abbas. And you can as well be one of our sponsors. You can call the number you see on your screen, or you can send us a message. We'll reply as soon as possible. Today, I'll be starting with Punch newspaper. NBA sues Kenny Okungbe, culture minister, over NYSC certificate. Osun Prince detained after US-based probes murder. Officer on stop and search must be in uniform, force PRO. Then on Vanguard, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger pull out of ECOWAS. Moving FAAN, CBN department to Lagos makes economic sense. NDLEA renews campaign against illicit drugs. FRSC warns motorists against overloading. Then on Daily Post newspaper, 15 governors under scrutiny over constitutional breach. Bandits abduct spare parts dealer in overloading FRSC. I'll be your grandfather if you join APC, Ganduje to Kwakwanso. Liverpool gets major boost ahead of Chelsea clash. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. We're going on a short commercial break. When we're back, we'll talk more on some of the headlines. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
Welcome back from that short commercial break, and that's our sponsor, Nokpa Abbas, that produce Nokpa Abba Bitter, Abba Cool, Abba Tonic, Abba Powder. Sir, have you taken Nokpa today?
As usual now, that's what I do early in the morning, because since ever I've been taking Nokpa, I see a lot of things that Nokpa has been recorrecting in my system. So that's why I do take it every day. So
this is a great testimony from Ambassador. You can as well take Nokpa today and know what's up about it. All right, the first headline here is officers on stop and search must be in uniform. Please, PRO.
I believe this should have come out for a very long time. There was a day I was driving all from Abeokuta, then I was heading to Shagamu to pay a visit to my family. I traveled from Lagos to Abeokuta. From Abeokuta, I went to Abeokuta for a meeting, then from Abeokuta to Shagamu. Immediately after this Ishun, there was a place they called it Ishun Junction, the road that leads to Owode Yewa there. After that Ishun Junction, I saw some gangs of men at the other side of the road. They were parking, coming out from their vehicle. They were mufti with guns. Immediately I saw them as they were coming down from the vehicle. Some of them ran across the road, hoping that I was the one that they were coming from. I had to stop the vehicle and reverse back to the T junction, get out from the vehicle, looking at what is going on after. I started stopping all those vehicles that are coming, please. So I saw some set of people, don't go and put Edo. Before you get to know, there was a massive hold up around that area. All of a sudden, we saw those cars again, drove into towards our side. They now parked. Immediately, the park, as they were coming out from the vehicle, a lot of people were running. What happened? They said they were policemen. That don't you know if you see a bandit, what makes difference between you and the bandit?
Exactly.
Because we were not putting on police uniform.
Even bandits are wearing uniforms.
We are wearing uniform. So how do you want to show that you are not bandit when you are not putting on something that we can easily identify that you are a policeman? This should have come out for a very long time. That okay, stop and search. If you want to post a police to any checkpoint or any police that is going out there on the ready or stop and search must be in uniform. So we quickly identify their policemen.
Well, the Nigerian police force has declared that officers on stop and search duties must be in uniform with their names clearly attached. The force police public relations officer Muyiwa Adejobi stated this in a post on his X handle today while reacting to a video in which 4 policemen, a mufti stopper, a driver are on Lekki Epe Expressway.
Yes, I saw the video where the guy was working at this, I think, Tumba FM. They drove around across the guy, they stopped the guy, they were coming like the guy should open his door. And I said, what for? They said they are police. Now, okay, where is your ID card? At least out of 4 to 5 of them, only one person only was holding an ID card. The rest of them said they forgot the ID card at the
office.
Think
they were supposed to be arrested because what they did is just an act of criminality. But I don't know, there are some things that happen in this country that people don't really see as a criminal act. But to me, why will a police officer not wearing uniform and you don't have an ID card and you're having gun with you? Definitely they can rob.
Even these guys were not holding gun because I didn't see gun.
For their identities, saying there was nothing to indicate they were policemen. But Adejobi, in his response, said the policemen have been traced to Zone 2 and identified, adding that the AIG Zone 2 Lagos is investigating, while the PPRO Zone 2 will speak to it as soon as possible. Speaking further, Adejobi said the MPF had ordered that any policeman embarking on routine patrol or stop and search must be in uniform, properly dressed and easily identified. So let's talk about all these SWAT, or is this SARS? The police PPRO said the MPF has ordered that any policeman embarking on routine patrol or stop and search must be in uniform, properly dressed and easily identified. He maintained that it is not ideal to be on patrol, while in Mufti saying policemen misbehave when they know their identities are hidden and unknown. Good. I think this is one of the things we need to talk about. Most of these policemen that wear Mufti, those are the policemen that you see that constitute nuisance because they know that their identity will not be traced because they don't have their name on their badge.
And one thing that he should have added was that no policeman is allowed to go out there to go out there with any other vehicle that is different from the
Nigerian police van.
Yes, exactly. Because you see them, but you see at times they will hire Danfo.
Yeah, most especially those small buses in Lagos.
All these small shorty buses. When as Nigerian police come to that extent of using different kind of cars,
yes, you won't even know that.
You won't even know that there were police that are coming.
Well, maybe that is part of their ways of trying to, abduct people because now, if they are coming in their vehicle, in a police van, the people they are coming to
simply identify where their police station is.
Well, you recall that we have ordered and announced that any policeman embarking on routine patrol or stop and search must be in uniform, properly dressed and easily identified. It is not ideal to carry out a stop and search in Mufti. The audacity to misbehave or carry out unprofessional conduct comes when you know your identity is hidden and unknown. I still reiterate that policemen on stop and search and routine patrol must be in uniform. That is the standard and the police, Adejobi stated. He added that the policemen in Mufti are supposed to be on surveillance or undercover and not be seen with long-range guns or rifles. This is what our DPOs and HODs should enforce to bring sanity and standardization. I feel this is exactly what I'm talking about. If it is going to be that police will be on Mufti, they should be on a special assignment. All the CID that is trying to do undercover investigation.
Even yes. CID that is doing undercover investigation. You don't just see them out there roaming about the street or carrying
or constituting
nuisance. Secretly, CID, you don't even know the identity of the CID. Not until when the investigation is carried out, then you now know.
Or not until they get to meet the person they want to arrest. So they will now bring out the ID card.
Apprehend them.
So person.
But you see different people with Mufti coming out to say they are Nigerian police, that this or that. They came all the way from nothing to identify that they really came from those stations. And once they committed that crime, now, when you go to that station claiming that they came out from that station, the DPO will deny that they didn't know them.
You don't know them. Imagine. Well, I'll be your grandfather when you join APC. Ganduje tells Kwakwanso.
If I may ask, is Kwakwanso telling Ganduje that he needs a godfather?
Well, being the chairman of APC,
he wants to
does not have a choice than to be the grandson of Ganduje. The national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, has said that he will be the grandfather of the 2023 presidential candidate of the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, Rabiu Kwakwanso, if he joins the ruling party. Addressing APC supporters in Kano, Ganduje said, if you are an APC membership card holder, you are a subordinate and follower of the national leader. If you defect to APC today, you are our subordinate and follower. So it is important for you to note this. A child of the household and a stranger are all under the care of the head of the house. One who has what to offer is the one who welcomes others. One that doesn't have anything to offer is the one looking for whether to enter. Lend me your ears. I want to tell you a story. Now, are you going to listen to the story, sir? I'm speaking on behalf of Ganduje now.
Ganduje.
All right, he said, 36 states in Abuja, wherever I go, I am the king. I am the sheikh. I am the Modibo. I am the Alangumburo. So, same thing here at home. We are calling on the NNPP to pack those perishable fruits where they will be preserved in a fridge so that they will not get spoiled or rotting. As I told you people, whoever you are and your status in the party, even if you are Jagora leader, once you come to APC, then your grandfather is here. So indefinitely, like let me say indirectly, Ganduje is talking to Kwakwanso, which is the leader of the New Nigerian People's Party.
It's a shameful change to the whole Nigerian as a whole. For somebody to say wherever he goes, out of the 36 states, is the lion, is this, is that, without those kind of stupid title that he was hanging on his head. He's not coming out to call his party member how they can put end to insecurity in the land, how they can put end to the suffering, to the sufferness of the masses. He's not coming out to say that. All he could come out to say is to invite somebody so that he can be his godfather in the.
He wants to win the people.
I know, I understand where he's going, but at this point in time, is that what we need as a Nigerian? Is that what we need? What was you people's campaign when you people were campaigning to be in power? Then you were campaigning that you are going to end insecurity, you are going to end sufferness in the land, you are going to lift people out of you are going to lift a lot of people out of poverty and make them rich. You are going to bring food into a lot of people's table. You are going to employ the youth to be in power. At the end of the day, what do we find on the country?
Well, Ganduje is still speaking. He said, as I told you people, whoever you are and your status on the party, even if you are Jagora, that means the leader, once you come to APC, then your grandfather is here. Kwakwanso is called Jagora by the Kwakwansia members in Kano State and other parts of the country. There are reports of President Bola Tinubu working to reconcile Ganduje and Kwakwanso as part of a build-up to the 2027 presidential election. Now I know where they are coming from. You see, now that Labour Party is trying to talk to Kwakwanso and Atiku.
And also the APC is trying to talk to them. Remember, Labour Party said together with PDP, PDP was the one that told Labour Party that they should march together so they can send these people out of power. So most of those people that are strong in the party were those that Ganduje was now coming out to robust with to find relationship with, so they can have the majority. We are in 2004. Now, the things that are supposed to be done in Nigeria has not been done. You are thinking about 2007, 2027. When there's hardship on the land.
They are trying to work hand in hand so as to make sure that things are being put into place.
Listen to me. A clear conscience fears no accusation. This is a rampage inside a squirrel. It doesn't work. When you do the needful, you don't need to canvass people. You remember when Jonathan was there, when Buhari came in when he was campaigning. Buhari did not campaign with his money. People were just fed up about this so-called PDP then. They voted Buhari into power willingly from the bottom of their heart. They have no money to share. Buhari has no money to share to people. It was the whole Nigerian decision that they wanted to change party. That was why they voted for Buhari. So if your own work is done properly, if you have done your visibility study, knows what Nigeria wants, and you are ready to give Nigeria, you are ready to pay the price. When you pay the price, you don't need to canvass people to come and join your party because they know the right person that they are going to vote for.
Well, let's move on to the next headline. Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger pull out of ECOWAS. The military regimes in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger yesterday announced their immediate withdrawal from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, saying it had become a threat to member states. The ECOWAS Commission, however, said the community is ready for a negotiated solution with the three countries, but the presidency, in its immediate reaction yesterday, said the three countries were technically not members of ECOWAS since they were on suspension.
Well, they may have their reason of saying that. I believe they have a reason. And when you look at this country, these three countries that is pulling out of ECOWAS, the so-called military were the one governing the country, so-called. So if a sanction is being placed on them by the ECOWAS, if ECOWAS cannot just sit down and see how they are going to robust with them, have a family meeting talk, a round table talk, and see how they are going to restore peace and stability into that country, I believe they have nothing to do in ECOWAS.
Well, I think even the people of these three countries, they are happy with the state of their country because the military took over and it became another history.
Why wouldn't they be happy? Listen to me, even if ministry is going to frustrate them, even if ministry is going to break a coconut on their head, They still believe they have left these so-called administrative, what do we call it, civilian rules. That think nothing about victimizing their people. Now look at what is happening in Nigeria now. Are you telling me that if military take over in Nigeria now, people will rejoice with the present hardship that they were going through? You don't understand what I'm saying?
I understand. Well, leaders of the three Sahel nations issued a statement saying it was a sovereign decision to leave the ECOWAS without delay. Struggling with jihadists, violence and poverty, the regimes have had tense ties with the ECOWAS since coups took place in Niger last July, Burkina Faso in 2022 and Mali in 2020. All three founding members of the bloc in 1975 were suspended from ECOWAS, with Niger and Mali facing heavy sanctions on the bloc tried to push for early return of civilian governments with elections. The sanctions were an irrational and unacceptable posture at a time when the three have decided to take their destiny in hand, a reference to the coups that removed civilian administrations. The three nations have under their position in recent months and joined forces in an alliance of Sahel states. The leaders' joint statements added that the 15 members ECOWAS, under the influence of foreign powers, betraying its founding principles, had become a threat to member states and peoples. They accused the grouping of failing to help them tackle jihadists who swept into Mali from 2012 and then onto Burkina Faso and Niger. So this is what they are trying to say, like they don't know the influence of ECOWAS in their country.
In their country.
Because now when the jihadists came to them to sweep them off in 2012, that was Mali. So ECOWAS could not do anything to
I believe
secure
there
them.
must be a support from the ECOWAS at least to save one of their countries.
And this is where this is what I'm seeing in all this. You see, I'm just praying that country like Burkina Faso did not end up, being in another pot of slave. Because if you check, Russia is backing them, trying to tell them that they should move on. I'm not saying also it's not a good thing, but you see, I know the president of Russia very well. He's always smart and he knows what he's doing. It will now be like from fire pan to fire. Maybe that's why ECOWAS is not just looking at them like, okay, if you want to practice military government, you can carry on. But when the repercussion comes, you have to face it yourself. But let's wait and see. Maybe it's going to favor them.
Let me ask, the civilian government that we are practicing, how does it favor the masses? It only favors those that are in power, not the masses. Let's speak the truth and let the devil be ashamed. A government that have reduced their people into animals. When you look at the palliative system, people coming out there to squeeze palliative, see the way they were fighting each other, all in the name of palliative, sweeping rice from the dust, all because of civilian rule.
Well, this is not even talking about Nigeria alone. It's talking about.
I understand what you are saying. I may not be in those countries, but we are comparing what is happening in Nigeria with what is happening in other countries too.
Well, for your information, the president of Burkina Faso, Traoré, made it known just last week, I think it's weekend, that any Burkina Faso citizen that is speaking French language will be jailed for 21 years. That's another new innovation in Burkina Faso. So now it has been stated that their native language is what is accepted in that country. But sir, if this is to come to Nigeria, how do you feel it's going to
speak French, Abi?
No, like Nigeria, our own official language is English.
English, yes.
So if it means let's say the military took over Nigeria today, what language do you think is going to be okay for us to speak?
They will tell us to speak English, or you should not speak German English, or you should not speak French.
No, what we are trying to say is the country trying to come out of the slavery cases. One of the tools they use in getting us is language. And we have to leave their language, leave their culture and everything, and take note of our own culture. So now, if it was Nigeria, let's say military took over Nigeria today, and they said, okay, we don't want to speak English language again. What language is likely to be spoken?
Everybody will speak his own language, and there will be a means of communicating. At times, when the president is speaking, we have those people that is there interpreting for those that could not hear what he's saying.
Sir, to be sincere, you cannot compare Nigeria to countries like Burkina Faso, because in Nigeria we have different ethnicity, different language, different culture.
Well, I believe that one will never happen in the history of Nigeria. It will never happen because there must be a means of communicating to each other.
Well, this is where we're going to be ending it on the show today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Wisdom Yard Online TV. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, but you can call me Sidon J. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you again tomorrow. Be good and be hardworking. Bye for now.